Welcome in, everyone. It's Dashboard Devil, and we're going to today. We're going to start off by roaming around my archive base. Maybe a couple of you have seen it. I haven't showed it off a whole lot, but it's starting to get there in terms of base part count. But I'm getting really close to that 3K mark on this build. So I'm thinking I might want to trim the fat a little bit because there's stuff that I want to put on here for sure. And well, the best way to do that is to eliminate some parts. So here we go. Let's check this all out. We've got these holographic room projectors kind of set inside and around this archive base part. Wouldn't even know what to call that. But yeah, so then I had this shrunken down biodome that I stuck on top to try to mimic that exact size. Took a little bit of messing around in order to get it just right. So yeah, so inside you can see we've got some nip with the dissonant crystals and then the jellies, and then we've got some of the hex plate bush and the light fissure stacked up. Hey Delta 1 and Joy Roth, welcome in. Thanks for joining me today. Just checking out my archive build. I need to delete a few parts in order to fit some important things. But I'll get to some of that stuff later. But here we've got this octo cabinet glitch stack that I put together. Oh, hey, the Godfather and Culinary Zest. Thanks for popping by today. We're just checking out my archive build. It's on a No Man's High hub planet. And this is an octo cabinet glitch stack that I created. And just slapped all of these parts together. I really like the curly coral in all the different colors. You can really get some cool effects. And I've got the little floating cube, and that's a lot of fun. Very hypnotic. Hey Spock, thank you for joining. Welcome in. Alright, so been messing around with the new parts as well. This is a GEC controlled system. So Viva la nip nip. And I did this kind of, I was trying to merge this together. It didn't come out quite as good. It's okay. I definitely need to retune it. But in order to place this here, I had to actually crawl inside of the archive to get in between the collision bubble and where the sign actually is to stick that on there. Not an easy task, but I'm still kind of playing with it. This turned out okay, I think. But this is one of my favorite things that I've done with the new parts. Merged two of the map tables, but one of them is kind of countersunk as well, so it doesn't have the exact same pattern, and it kind of expands on what's already there. And you can see I put the anemones, those were hand placed. And then I put the, pretty much everything on this was hand placed. And you can see little shrunken down sodium lamps to give that glow that covers the entire sign. But I've also got this candelabra to light up the whole area. Thanks, Culinary Zest. I appreciate that. So yeah, so these diamond shapes right there, it's the same as that right there. It's just flipped around using the rotate tool. So the image disappears and it just becomes a cool frame. And you can see it's actually pretty thick. And you can color the frames of those too. But yeah, so that's like one of the cool new things that I've added here. And we'll get inside and I'll show you the other things I've done with the new parts. First off, I've got this little sort of cage of glitch separators. I've got some bubble piping. I've got this racks of computer servers. And then we've got some other base parts kind of all around here. Another thing you can see inside is bubble pipes, sort of like a cooling system for the server. And then and we've got the spark plug, and you can see more bubble piping for cooling the whole system. I love how this part turned out right here. Has that sort of iridescent glow through that part. That part being the data cabinet. Still learning the names of all these. Hell, I'm still learning the names of the regular parts that we've had for a while. I just think, oh, that's cool, let's use that. And I forget to even look at the name. Yeah, I really wanted to do a little bit extra Joyroth, and just make it look that much more, I don't know, fantastical. You know, the HG did a pretty good a pretty good job with the design of the archives for the most part. There's some really cool versions out there. Oh, another thing I've got that I played around with is I sunk in those welding arms into the back. And again, I had to crawl inside the archive in order to get back there to place those. But it was kind of fun. And I'll show you. There's several different ways to get inside the archive. One of them is with the camera, and you come around to this outside and you just go in. And so I'm in right here with the build camera, and I can put more things in here. I can put like a little statue or something like that in there, give it something to weld onto. But you can just like come all up inside here. You can see I've got a race initiator here. It's not super apparent because of how high it sits, but it does have a cool glow when you're down there and you're not quite sure where that's coming from. And some of these parts kind of get hard to delete when you put them in. Those light boxes there are like part of my original structure, and I leave them there in case I ever want to go back in and change stuff. But that's one way of getting inside the archive. And there's a couple of other places where you can get inside. I happen to also build a short-range teleporter system, so I can get my whole avatar in there. And that is hidden up in the tower here. Here's crane tower. Added the giant-sized glowy like neon signs. Got another holographic room projector. And we've got a skull. And then I made a flaming hilted sword. And then I have a wonder projector in there with those sort of tentacles that are wrapped around the sword. Thank you, Culinary Zest. I appreciate the compliment. We've got the big fire barrel in the mouth. That was hand placed, actually, believe it or not. So that is that part. And now we're inside. Yeah, so once I was able to get the build camera in here, I could just set up this short-range teleporter, and you can see bi-directional through the line. It goes right out to where we just were. But yeah, you can just cruise around and check stuff out. And it's pretty fun. Got this whole walkway that I built. It's sort of above everything. When I started glitching parts down below, those parts right there, it made it so where ships would not come in and land. So I built 2 new landing pads. And yeah, that is a ball type archive, my personal favorite. So I built this. Thanks, Joyroth. Free placed the wires. Which wires are you talking about? Alright, so here's one of the landing pads that I created. Got the Starborn runner on it. And I've got a huge glass cuboid room underneath there with some glitch stuff up in the ceiling. And then I've got this, whatever this is. It's just a thing that I was messing around with, decided it needed to stay. But I might delete the rest of the pipes going down just so I can make room for the bar that I want to put on this base, and a couple of other things. The reason I'm trying to keep it under 3K is one, I do want other people to be able to easily visit it when I'm not here. And two, I want to put it on one of the tours, whether it's a revised Distant World Tours thing, or the next, what do you call it, Unification Day. Might do a tour for that. Oh, the wires around the skull and the sword. Yeah, yeah, free place the wires, yeah. Yeah, not a super easy task. Yeah, that might be a thing, Joy Roth. If there's spots for it, I might do that, because I am getting close to finally being done with it, I think, or done enough that I'm like, okay, cool, I want people to see this now. Where was I? Oh, there's the other landing pad. That one is less fancy, but it's got a semi-interesting underneath. Nothing too great. Part of the archive, and then the build parts, like sort of a center column underneath it, and then you can see how it connects to the other part of the structure. And here's another. Some of you probably have seen this, but I made a really huge. I forget what that base part is. Organic frigate calf. So yeah, let's go over to the organic frigate calf over my little bridge. I always wanted them to connect the landing pads over here. So since they didn't, I went ahead and did it myself. Because look how fun this could all be if it just all connected. But hey, that's just me, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot I put the little inside the square of the landing pad. I slapped that down just for fun. I think it looks alright. Culinary zest. This is like Disney World for my brain. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. And how I got in there was just, you can just slip right underneath it in the build camera. Oops. Gotta go a little bit lower. There you go. There's the little donut. And it's supersized. And every single one of those pill lights, those are all hand placed. Every single one of them hand placed. Not too shabby. And you know, even fit this little pattern here with the way the landing pad goes. Aren't we all culinary zest? Like, hell yeah. I am 53 years old and streaming video games. Yeah. Yeah, I could save parts. I just love this effect. It also reminds me of the ELO logo for you other old timers in the audience. Hey, Christy. Welcome in. Thanks for joining today. We're just checking out the archive base. All right. So let's check out some of the other stuff for those of you who have not been here. And I will make myself scarce so it's a little bit easier. So I've got my work deck here with this little station. But I've turned this into a whole shop where you get maps and blueprints. And got the new little canister just thrown in there for effect. But a lot of these posters, not all of them, but a lot of them I've changed. So I've got this little decal slapped on top of that poster. Got those decals up there, more decals. And then I've replaced those objects with the worm posters. I like it, Culinary Zest. I like that sign. Yeah, adulting? Psh, no adulting, thank you. Thank you, but I gave it the office. Alright, so then I've got... So I did a lot of layering just so stuff would be uniquely interesting. And just to give a different vibe to some of these posters and signs. And then let's see over here. Added those, stacked some more decals on top of the posters. That's right, age is just a number. And then I really like how this whole sign turned out. With the little flags hanging down, but it's sticking outward. And you don't see the whole regular sign, so it kind of adds a little bit more interest than just a lateral sign across the face. Oh yeah, and then we've got so it used to be able to flip the stickers in a way that they would mirror each other. But that hasn't been working for me lately. So I should be able to grab that and then flip it over, but it's not flipping over right. Alright, now we've got the gun shop. Got little tiny versions of those signs. Got the expedition, one of the expedition decals right there. And you can see the Strider decal that I've just kind of made it really large to give it just kind of an interesting sort of advertisement look. And so you come on in, there's some posters around. we've got a severed autophage head on this guy's workbench. I would say he's stealing some of the optics in order to, you know, make the gun optics better. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, we've got all the different racks of weapons around. And then we've got the Utopia multi-tool station. Thought that was a fun little ad. And then we've got this little weapon that I created. A fun little multi-tool out of base parts. Got the little planter and the little pot, the heating element and the spark plug, and then the little gas chamber for the handle. And then the stand is it's the bench from the derelict freighters. The box on the desk. You mean this one? As like a base part or something? Is that what you're talking about, Joyroth? Okay. So let's see what else. And I really like being able to put these moving advertisement signs. Those are so cool. And I hope we get more of those parts, because there's a bunch of stuff in the space stations, in the new stations, that I think we should get as base parts as well. So this is a new part, and in the new space stations, those are seen stacked up, but you can't do it for real because the hitboxes will not allow you to stack them in that way. And so they just sit there and float. I'll have to figure out glitching them in. It's just kind of a nuisance. But hey, what do you know? Alright, so we've got these signs. We've got those two wonders. The thing about those is that the wonders are actually down there. Right. There, you can see that one. Sometimes the distance from the base all the way up to the actual wonder is ridiculously high. Not sure what to do about that, but figure it out and just place them way down there. But it looks cool to not have the wonder projector itself like really visible. Kind of adds to the illusion a bit, I think. Yeah, Joyroth, that desk is the box on the desk is really cool. Like it's just kind of different. It just looks interestingly like disheveled. So yeah, what else? What else have I? See, these are the signs that we need. These. And it would be great if they, well, that one moves a little bit. It'd be great if they moved a little bit more though, I think. And like, check that out. We should get some signs like that. That would be fun. We got one similar, but anyway. Here's a little glitch stack right here. I created this staircase to, you know, go up to the upper deck and the sort of walkway all the way to that new landing pad that I put in. So this was a bunch of weird empty space, and I wanted to create something lit up and interesting, so I went with a little glitch stack tower and just repeated elements all the way through to the top. And then these two signs right here merged. It's the old style sign with that newer crescent moon, but that crescent moon is kind of obscured, and again it gives some interesting depth, especially going up and down instead of laterally. All right, what else? What else? Oh, so now I'm going to show you the first part. Oh yeah, there's some more of the calf sculpture kind of fit in right there. Hand placed it right there. Max sized. So this is the first thing that I built, this tunnel. Got the sculpture in the center, capillary shells back to back. And we've got glitching separators, we've got jellies, dissonant crystals. Looks like we've got a little bit of a lag. I think my internet might be a little squishy. Alright, we got the skulls and the reality generators, light fissures, and then the antenna. And then check out how the antenna cuts through the light and adds that sort of extra depth. Yeah, culinary zest, the rock candy kush berries. It is a no man's high build after all. A lot of our planets and systems are named after both real and fictitious nip-nip strain names. The Godfather, do you build your light boxes next to the spot you want your glitch stack, or right most the spot? I always place them on step to the side. I think it really depends on what I'm trying to achieve, and you know, like what effect do I want to go for, and what parts I'm going to use that might. I might need something that glitches a little bit more off to the side than it does, and I might rotate them 90 or 180 degrees so I can get them get things glitched the way the direction that I need them to go into. The Godfather says then you can build some nice stacks without getting in trouble when they need to get deleted. Oh sure, yeah. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yes, the light boxes. So, like... Let me go back over that again. Yeah, I'd just reiterate. Yeah, it all depends on how I am building the structure. So let's see what. Oh yeah. Do I actually have a box here? Yeah, okay, so I still have a box right there. And so that one, the stack is back behind everything. So I just went inside and deleted the boxes out. But sometimes I'll get things stuck like up here where those light boxes up there are buried inside the archive and they're really, really hard to get back out. But I've also saved a few down here and kind of buried them and hide them off that way so that they can, so that if I need to, I can access them again. You should kill Culinary Zest. You should hit the nip and do stop by for a visit. And let me give you those chords real quick. So if you do want to come here for a visit, there's the coordinates. It's in Euclid. If you want to swing by, everything should be uploaded. I'll upload it again in case. So if you want those glyphs, go ahead and snap, and I'm going to hop out. Where was that? So yeah, so the light boxes when I'm trying to make a fun glitch stack. Those are the things that I do. One of the things I like to do is create like a wall of light boxes, and that can give you some really fun options for design. And let's see, I want to check something. So here's my base terminus. Kind of glitched a bunch of them all around. I don't know if you saw that earlier. Cool. Alright, so yeah, there's my base terminus. Can't remember which bases were all on this save file. Okay, the one I was thinking of. It's on a different save file. Maybe we'll visit that another time. Here is the Nip Nip store. Speaking of Nip Nip, got some jumbo nip over there. Got a little planter box here. Got some nutrient processors. Nip right there on the cabinet. So you know what you're getting in case you forgot. You have no credits. And we've got super jumbo Nip Nip. Some smaller plants. One of the new planters, just because I thought it was fun. I think I want to try to sink a small Nip Nip plant right in there. And then we've got the agricultural dude chilling with his grow op. And then you can buy your own little plant, take it home with you. Just tossed in some of these other newer parts, just a couple of them here and there. Got a tiny Nip Nip going. And then this was a fun glitch stack that I made. Microscope out of the bar tap. And then there's a spark plug in the back. Oh wait, no, that was there. But the little pots on the sides for the little dials. And then the little crate underneath. Yeah, someone definitely has to take care of the nip. Like here's a little processing table, and then to get the close-up picture of all the trichomes, you stick it under the microscope. You can't see it, but what's giving that light right there, so it looks like it's actually lit up like a microscope, there is a tiny pill light shrunken down and stuck inside the bar tap. That was no easy thing to do. It was a pain to get all of this just right. And then of course the little nip pipe down there. Hey Ognum Games, welcome in. Alright, so, oh, and then we've got, see right here, I've got that decal flipped over from that decal. And sometimes you can do it and sometimes you can't. Just like, I don't know, it seems like every other update they nerf it and then it kind of comes back at some point. But yeah, you used to be able to flip the decals over. And I think I did run across a couple that you can still do that with. But yeah, it doesn't do on all of them that it should. Okay, so there's the nip shop. Oh, of course we've got some nip up there too. We got the green decal running across the sign. Alright. Then I gave this Gek dude extra crates and this little external crate that we just got as a base part. Stuck that there just to add a lot more interest. Gave him a little server and screen. And this right here, so that screen is a couple of different screens merged together. So all you do with that is build a wire. Just build a wire, and then you come into your build menu and you grab your monitor, go to the wire mode. So you flip back and forth, go to wire mode, and then you glitch that on that wire point. And then you go back and you get another color and just make sure that you're on the same. You can see it rocking back and forth to the different connecting points. And then you glitch it in there. So then you get this much more interesting panel. Just add some depth, and you can put all three of them together too. And there you go. So it merges everything in there, all the different lights. All right. So what have we not? Oh, I know what we haven't seen. So put some extra crates up here. Made little sculptures all over the place. up over here. And this is several of these up here are octo cabinet glitch stacks, where I've got a stream that I did based on octo stacks, as Enra Silver started calling them. I like the name so much, I think it just sticks. So this is one of the designs for octo stack glitching. Basically, it's an octo cabinet in the middle, and you hand place wires on there, and then just wire glitch things to those snap points. I've got a little tiny Strider Wonder projector in the top there. And we've got this fun that's all compound bulbs. So it begins to be really obvious why I'm close to the 3K mark on this build. But I still want to try to find some stuff to delete out of here. We've got skulls, barnacles on the inside, fire barrels in the top. It's just a fun effect. Hey, J Slacks, welcome in. Pardon me while I take a little drink. Throat's kind of dry. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, it's really hard to know when to stop. And this is what they call scope creep. So I got stuff like the big crate things down here. Like I put extra parts just to make it, again, just bulk up the archive to make it look like it's really in use. Doesn't look so sparse. We've got the Exocraft, got the blob, and the llama kind of face. We've got built this giant garage. There's my guy for I forget what that is called. Stacks of tires. And then yeah, the rest of the Exocrafts. And then I've got this fun little piece over here. And built this giant hut. We've got some lights up here, little ceiling, circle ceiling lights. Got the accelerator thingies, the atmosphere harvesters kind of stuck in. And so that is this part right here just rotated. So you can see those barrel-shaped objects underneath. And if you go in and rotate the part, you've got it like this. And so I was like, how am I going to make it look like that canvas makes sense? So then I put up these little canopies. Forget why I did 2 of them, but I kind of like the effect. Hey, Chaotic Serenity, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Oh, and I put these heaters up, heating units up here on top of the accelerators. Now you can see a little bit better in here. But yeah, so more scope creep on this base. Oh, and I'll show you this part up here, because I just can't let anything be plain. I just gotta keep adding shit to make it, you know, more interesting to me. So, oh yeah, so we've got these great storms that just allow you to fall like a feather. Love those gravity storms. But there's a little gek on the other side of the tunnel that we went through earlier. Oh man, my internet is having some problems. Or, better yet, I probably have a Windows update that decided to push right while I'm streaming. This was a fun one to put together. Put this together on a previous stream. We've got this kind of vibe going when you look at it at the top view, which a lot of the stuff that I make has a lot of ways that you can view it. And it's all about just kind of noticing that it has a macro view and a micro view. Macro view, micro view. And so I like that it's art in multiple directions. And so, you know, some things like this just looks like a bunch of glowing lights around it. And it gives a lot of depth and dimension to that landing pad up there. But when you come into the micro view, you've got inside and all of this other sculpture. And so you can zoom in and then you can zoom back out and you can see all of the other aspects and how all of the surrounding items give attention to, you know, the rest of the build. And so you can see the different walls have different accenting colors as it goes around. And that's due to how it's positioned with the sun and objects that are in the room that are creating those lights of different hue. So yeah, so when you check out my stuff, even older bases that I've shown before, like check out the different possible views. Like that whole underside, it looks sort of like braided bread almost. But that whole view is another part of that long object as it cuts across the entire build. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, so more parts of that. So we've got stairs that go back up to that new landing pad. And we've got stairs that go down to this massive crystal sculpture. And we've got the vault room And this part right here, I love how this looks when you just walk over it. And then I've got the last vault right there. There's my electric garlic. Oh, thank you, Serenity. Okay. Oh, we got these. I might could delete these. Although I like what they add to the steps. Ah, it's the hard part. Deciding what gets cut. Hard to do. Oh, right. So there's this. There's the entrance from this lower deck. Cut back in. And when you go this way, you see all the new signs all right there. And how that frames the tunnel that you walk through as you come out. And I've got this up here. This is sort of a smaller version of the one that I showed earlier, but this one has a little difference. It has that ringed sign, and all of that was no. Let's see, the table. Those were glitched in, universal adjacency glitched, those tables, and then the circular sign was hand placed, and those objects were hand placed. And then again, I've got some sodium lamps in there to give that red glow throughout the whole thing. I am not over the upload yet, actually, believe it or not. I am at 2860, like 2865 thereabouts. And so I am gonna build some parts, or delete some parts, just not sure what yet. There's probably a couple dozen wires that I can go in and delete. Yeah, so it's hard to decide what to delete because I need to add some parts. I'm gonna add a bar, like a whole, like really cool, like I want to do a decked out bar. And there was another thing that I wanted to put in, but I can't remember what it was right offhand. So again, when I talk about how another way to view things, it's like this. This is another way to view this base. And so you're just coming through, and you've got this tunnel, and you go around, and it's sort of like its own little journey through the base. Kind of a Meow Wolf vibe almost, if you're familiar with Meow Wolf. And there's all these different art spaces. And then there's micro and macro bits of art in that same kind of idea. One bit we're definitely going to delete is some of these. I really like this look and how those turned out, but I am going to delete this undercarriage part. base pieces down right there. You know, and I want to delete enough that I can use the parts, but not so many that it looks too terribly awkward. This I can. It's a little awkward, but I think I can deal with it. Oh, so I know exactly how many parts because save editor. I just went and checked the other day. So here's another, like underneath this bit, we've got a fire barrel, light fissure. We've got this terbium growth. All the bubble pipes all connecting into the center. Yeah, like it would be so easy for them to put in a base counter. Like you could access that in the base computer. It would be super easy. Like it's all right there already. The infrastructure for them to be able to do it is right there. Alright, let's see. Oh, so I put that new sign over the bottom part of the old sign, then I put Polos decal up there. And, oh, by the way, the GEC dudes, they count as a wonder projector for your wonder projector limit, just so you know. I was like, I do not have 10 wonder projectors already, but I have like 3 of these in various places. Got one up there. And yeah, so that counts in that way. Alright, what else? I kind of like that. I don't want the whole thing. I don't like the look of that landing pad without a support structure under it of some kind, and that was the cheapest in terms of base parts. Yeah, I totally agree, J-Slex. They literally have it just implemented for the wrong reason. Notice it will tell you how many blah blah part you can build based off of the resources you hold. Exactly. It's already there. All of the infrastructure. They just need to put the right thing for the right reason. Okay. I like these staircases. That's another thing that I made sure to do is to put connectivity to all of the different parts. All of the extra, like this giant boardwalk, you just sneak around here. And then this all flows together in some way. You still do this, but it does not impede going down here. And then you can climb up here to these little shops and go back down the other side. Like all of that is really well interconnected. Alright, so here is how we get inside. Oh wow, everything disappeared. Oh wait, no. Okay, different short-range teleporter. I got confused there for a second. I may or may not have had a nip break before streaming. So I've got all of this decking down here. Let's go into camera mode so we can shed some light. So yeah, all of this continues. So I've got all of this built up here. I've got I haven't finished this. I've got this one staircase all the way up to this massive crystal that I popped in there. Yeah, you are absolutely right, The Godfather. Like, they tell you when you're over and by how many. Like, just leave that on. Just leave it on, like, all the time. Like, leave it on. Alright, so massive crystal. I built all these little platforms coming up here. What I might do is just leave that one staircase and delete all the rest of this. I just liked having the landing pads up here and, you know, a place for everything to go. But this might be good to delete up here. I think. I'll probably leave one or two of the objects just in case I decide to come back at a later time. Yeah, we'll just leave that one right there. So let's I don't want to delete, but okay. Need these base parts. Those out. Leave that one up there in case I want to do this again. Leave that one. The walls to the uppermost staircase. Like these right here. Those the ones you are speaking, to which you are speaking of? Yeah, I could delete those. I kind of liked how it has this whole vibe going to it. But yeah, I could delete some of these. Got some of these walls. I have this little pathway underneath there that can, don't really need all of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's an unknown JSLAX. He says, I guess the real question is, how many parts do you need to make room for? That is a complete unknown. I do have a second account. Yeah, if that is something that I decide to do, I could build like this whole top area with that account. That would be pretty sweet. And then so we've got two bases, this one up here. Oh fuck, that would be that would be wild. Okay. Oh damn. Damn, JSLAX. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that might be a thing. That might just be a thing that I come back and do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've run into so much trouble with that forgetting about the which base that I'm actually adding to. I can delete all this. Delete that for now. Yeah, that would be, the more I think about it, JSlex, the more I want to do that. Because I do have a PlayStation account. That I can, and it has like, it has, you know, full-blown legacy parts. The whole shebang. I don't have the curved short walls. And a couple of other, like those super early ones. Okay, let's see. Did I get everything that I can? I'm going to leave this for now and just really cogitate on that, but I'm thinking more and more that I do want to come back and create a second base up here. I can still have this teleporter and then have that be the link between the two bases. That would... Oh, yes. Oh, I'm loving this for sure. Okay. Alright, we have freed up a bunch. Actually, let's go ahead and just knock these out, because I'm gonna have to try to find a way inside this archive, because I can't get those two pieces right there. Can't get them. I don't think I can cut through any of this decking either. Nope. Nope. Okay. That looks weird. Alright. Fucking, I'm just gonna delete this. Just leave that for now. Leave the crystal for now. Oh, can I not get in there? No, cannot get in there. We'll have to figure that out. Hilarious. Okay, cool. JSlex. Alright. That's good news. All right, let's see. And we'll just glide down, because why not? Okay, so another, when you view it, so this little floor bit right here, got some tiny light fissures, making this X with little concentric squares. And so it has that vibe when you look down from above. And then if you come over here and stand in the middle, use your jetpack. You go inside the biodome and you get access to all the nip-nip. And and so you can just barely fit in here. It is a shrunken down biodome. Got a little glitch stack over here, similar to what's up on there with the capillary shells, just without the capillary shells. And we've got the dissonant crystals and the curly coral all just stacked up here. This was fun to put together. A little bit of a pain to get in here and operate in this tight of a space, but I got it. Took me a minute. Yeah, this is some special homegrown rock candy jelly nip hybrid that we've got going here. It's most delectable. Alright. See, I covered everything. I think I covered everything. There's a lot to see on this build. So much to see. Got some giant hex plate bushes. They used to be much smaller, and there was more stuff here in the way in the middle, and I decided I didn't like that. I like that clean, sort of open stretch. You can just see down the entire boulevard, except for, you know, the blockage. But hey, it still comes out pretty cool. Take some testing material, by all means. By all means, J-Slugs. Oh wait, sorry, The Godfather. Okay, where were we? So I was gonna put in another shop, and I was gonna put in a bar. I can't remember what shop I was gonna put in. Don't know if I even need to delete much else. It depends on how ridiculous I make the bar. So let's see, where do I want to put the bar? Do I want to put it in here? Where should I put the bar? Oh, Christy, I missed that you're heading out. Thank you for dropping in as always. I appreciate your presence. Let's see. Not a bar on the upper deck. Would it be weird? Yeah, it would be weird right there. To me, it would be weird right there. Let's see. I don't think it would fit down here very well. Think about this. If I were a bar, where would I want to be placed? Thought about doing stuff in those little tunnels down there. Just didn't know how to bring that into the rest of the design, much less how many parts that would necessitate. Maybe I do need to do the bar inside here. Maybe if I did it around the center sculpture, So no matter what direction you came up, you were facing a bar of some sort. That might be pretty cool. Let's see here. Which arcs are you talking about, The Godfather? Joyride, I thought those were flipping the birds at first. I didn't realize that they were pointing up as if to say, this. I agree with this statement. So like this tunnel? Is this the tunnel you're talking about, The Godfather? Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to put together. I had just envisioned this exact sort of tunnel kind of sculpture that you walk through, and that it would mirror going the opposite direction, and then meet in the middle with that set of glitching separators. So it has that, you can see that arch, and how either side mirrors. And then left plenty of room to be able to walk through. Created this little stairway up to this area. Oh yeah, flourishing effect. Yeah, yeah. I like that a lot. Okay. So I do think I like the idea of putting a bar all the way around the center sculpture. Let's see, how do we start? Make sure there's plenty of room to walk all the way around it. So, alright, let's give us the bar. There we go. Let's put it on the other side of this line. Center it as much as possible. Ooh, actually, let's do the half counter. Might delete. That's a pretty decent amount of room. Let's see. Let's see what this looks like over here. Not too shabby. So I want to do a kind of a pattern of some sort all the way around, so it's not just like a regular rounded square or something like that. Something with a little bit more interest. try to get it as precise as possible when I hand place something down. Try to just get everything lined up exactly the same way if possible. Just a little tiny nudge, which it never wants to do, a tiny little nudge. There we go. Almost. There.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Incoming storm. Alright. That's not quite. It's not quite what I thought. Okay. My brain had something in mind that I did not set the proper pieces for. So let's delete that. And we will put this counter in its place. This is even harder to get lined up in a way that makes sense. Let's try that. Not an easy thing to line up. Wow, all these micro movements. This is my process. Let's see. Oh, why is it not going that way? Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, that might be working. That might just be working. I don't like that little hover text kind of getting in the way of trying to place this just right. It would be nice if it was out of the way. That just to me that there's no logical reason why it should be as close to the build part. It should be off to the side or bottom or something. Alright, let's see if I can get that a little bit better. I think that might be working it.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright, let's get this one over here. Hopefully we can get it set up right. Come on, get in there. I think that's close enough. Go. One last one to set. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Wait. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Alright. Okay, that's a little more interesting. We've got space back here. Might I don't know if I want to delete those. Alright. I'll leave it there for now, and I can always delete it later. I can save it, delete it, see how it looks, and if I don't like it, I can just restart. Alright, so now we've got these wide open spots. So I want to make it look like it's like a real bar, and there's a spot where you flip up the little thing in order to keep distance from customers. It's like a little flip up door in the bar. A kegerator. Oh, we can totally do a kegerator. How's it going, Delta? Alright, so let's see, what can we fit in here? Let's see, what do we have? Oh, I know what we've got, where are the, I know I'm overlooking it because my brain is going much faster than my eyes. Ah, the wooden pallet. That's what I was looking for. That looks to be about the right size. Let's put up a crate. Just crate. Where's... oh, there we go. Oh, that one doesn't size up. This one should do it. There we go. That's a little too tall. And those are not lining up very well. Alright, I need to figure out which ones I like that. One of the hazards of lining things up by hand is that the precision can be a lot harder when trying to do something like this. And I don't know if the markings on the floor are off, which they might be, or if my placing is off, which it probably is. Let's see, how close is this one? This one's pretty close. Let's try it over here just to see what we're dealing with. The crate. Smaller. We'll go down to the wooden pallet. Get that. See how that looks. And again, we're sort of going for that, this is the part of the bar that you flip open in order to get behind the bar, and only bartenders are allowed back there. Yeah. Oh man, you don't know the half of it, Delta. Super detailed. Like, I have ripped stuff out for less alignment than that. Those two are actually pretty good too. So that one is good. That one is good. It's this one. Yeah. This is the problem one. Alright, so that's just gonna delete all out. I don't like that that cascade deletes everything. That really bugs me. Alright, let's see if we can get this to work. Come on. Yeah, I can get super detail oriented. And like, I know that most everyone isn't even going to see that detail unless I explicitly point it out. But it will definitely bug me. Like that's closer. I think I might be able to let that slide. Alright, let's copy that crate. Copy that. Drop this down here. So, one would imagine that everything that I do is No Man's Sky, but I actually have been sneaking around behind HG and playing other games. I've been playing Cyberpunk lately, and that's been fun. I haven't played a first-person shooter in quite a while, so that was an interesting thing to get used to again. But it's been really enjoyable. The character building is really well done. The graphics are fantastic. I do wish the camera was better though. Camera mode is terrible for Cyberpunk. Much disappoint. So much disappoint. Alright. Delete those crates. Got those out of the way, and now I'm going to put a couple of bartenders in. This is one of my favorite parts of my bars. Where? Oh, next over. No, that way. All the way, well, not quite all the way. Used to be all the way down to the bottom before we got those new fancy parts. What? Why can I not place this? Am I out? Available to build? What? Oh, limited to 10 per base. Forgot about that. I'm gonna have to do that. Alright, so there's first bartender, or the start of the first bartender. hop over here. And let's see. Where's the decal? Oh, here it is. All right. Need to give our bartender a little more personality. Shrink down. There we go. Too close to Starship. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ah, that's so ridiculous. Go over there. All right. There we go. There. That's just about right. And we'll place it there. But we're not gonna stop there. Let's see. I always give them a hairstyle. And let's see, which hairstyle are we gonna do today? Let's do some curly grass. And what color should we do? Let's go for blue. Okay, that's that. Blue, light blue. No, let's go dark. I'll shrink it down. Get it pretty small. And witcha. Instant hairdo. Come back around. Flip it. Extra little patch in here. Let's tuck that in. Can you tuck that in? Come on. Let's see how that looks. Now we're talking. There's meet your bartender. Oh wait, I can put some more right in here. Bounce out a little bit. That's pretty good. Let's go up here and just change this color to, let's do purple, yellow, orange, let's see, blue and red, black, white. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Let's try the teal. There we go. The hair stands out a little bit more. Has a little depth. You still get little flourishes of the yellow decal. It is a look. Such a look. You might be hearing one of my cats right now. He is complaining, telling me it's food time when I know it's not. All right. One bartender. I do like that already. Kind of clover leaf vibe to it. And it creates that sort of, where are we? Yeah, so when you come in, Because again, I like to look at those different views. You come in, there's not this thing, this flat thing right in front of you. It has this nice sort of open space right here as soon as you walk in. And then you go around, and then the space is bigger back here. And then over here, the space is bigger right here. And so on around. Yeah, I like it. Those are some of the things I look for when I'm putting together something like this. Alright, and that was a telemarketer trying to call me. Just say no. Alright. Where do we go from here? Let's do some sort of beverage hopper machine. Let's see, where is vintage tap? Make a little area for taps here. Let's make them a little larger. See how close I can get them lined up without overlapping. Try not to do the builder's hush too much. Alright, we got 4 taps. And then, let's see, we want to do... Seen a few other players. I forget who originated this. So this is not my idea. Oh, right over here. So we've got the little statues. Let's see, what statue do we want to use? Let's do the astronaut statue. Make it really tiny. Rotate it around. Try to get it centered on that knob. And it's so it's like a little, like those really long tops that they put on the bar taps, the beer taps at restaurants, at bars. Hey Rogue Sith, welcome in. Well, you know, that's definitely opinion. You are free to have. Let's see, and then we'll do one of the Walker statues. How big is that? That's a little too big. I don't want it too big. Let's see, what else can we put up top? Well, you can show off your bases to friends and random people. The capes still have issues, but ship colors all convey. Like I unless you did a weird save edit thing, everyone should be able to see the same color ship that you've got. Yeah, capes definitely don't show, and that animals do look different. There's lots of different animals that look differently. Um, I'm not sure exactly what your point is, Rogue. I, if you don't find enjoyment in the game, like there are tons of other games. I happen to enjoy the hell out of this one. I get that. For me, it's a great game.
Incoming storm.
There's so much out there. All right, let's try the Gex statue. Let's drop that down a bit. Spin him around. Yeah, like I was a fan immediately from the get-go, even when it had its quirks. Even when there were still lots of problems, I enjoyed the hell out of No Man's Sky, and I continue to. Like, I've gotten way more enjoyment than I have uh, out of any other thing I've ever played in my life. And I've got over 5,000 hours at this point into No Man's Sky. And I've been playing it for 6 years now. And I friggin' love it. And if you don't, that's totally cool. Trying something interesting on these other two pull tabs over here. Alright. What can we put on there? Oh, I wonder if I can place a hand on there. That would be fun. Grab a hand. Oh, it looks like I can merge it right in with the top of that. So let's see if we can rotate it around. Which direction do we want it in? Oh, I need it back over here because it won't merge quite right. See, a bit larger maybe? No. There we go. That's the ticket. All right, what else? What else can I use? Something different. Yeah, me too, Delta. Like it's looking pretty cool. You know, I Rogue it hasn't given me a big fu. Like you know, I don't know what to tell you there.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
No, not just solo. I don't just play solo. Maybe you should if that's how you enjoy it better. All right. How about buy? How about go away? All right. That was enough of that. That was enough of that. All right. Let's get back to building. That was ridiculous. Okay, let's move on and see what else we can use. I got no time for that, man. If you want to be negative, fine, go do it in someone else's yard. Like your own, preferably. Alright. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything that I want to use here. Let's try over here. Ooh, will one of the new parts work? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, I don't I don't know what to tell him there, Joy Roth. That was yeah, yeah, that was certainly a stance to have. What I always told my kids when they were little, if if you if you're not having fun, play a different game. If all you're getting is frustration out of it, go play something else because you will not find happiness through torment. All right. Try to get my brain back on track. Let's see what else we can use. Wonder, I don't know, that one won't go small enough. That is pretty huge. Hi, Tamara. I do not have an easy way to do a translate with what my current setup is, so I'm unsure what you are asking. Let's see what this. No, that doesn't shrink down small enough. All right, let's see if we can. Let's maybe just we'll do. Got the hand, got that. What shape do we want? Let's try. Let's see what this looks like. This one's definitely going on easier. Oh yeah, that's a good pull. That's a good beer pull. We got 2 silver and then the 2 gold looking or orange looking. I like it. Yeah, yeah. This game really is about community. Oh, Tamara. Well, uh, I'm doing pretty well today. It's been a nice, chill day. Not too stressful about anything. The game is doing well. Doing some fun building. Just trying to add some fun things to this bar right now. Working on these beer taps. And here is my bartender over here. And to answer your other question, I'm feeling pretty good today. Feeling pretty good. And thanks for the translate there, Delta. My cat is really, really upset that I have not given him his wet food for the day. It's not time yet. I have to tell him over and over again that it's not time. Okay, what's next? Alright. While the bar taps are pretty fun, I like to do stuff like add a little bit of more interest. And we'll go here. Oh, should start over. Let's see, let's go the other way first. This way first. Go this way. Nope, other direction. Roll it in. Shrink it down a little bit. See how this fits in. Not quite what I was going for. Come on, that's the part. Two merged. Let's pull it back a little bit. See how that looks. Oh, not merged at all. That's hilarious. Let's try this again. But I don't think I'm liking the shape. Not quite the vibe I'm going for. What was that part? Looking for another. Let's try this one. Oops. Let's see if we can scoot that in. up, and of course it's collision bubble. That collision doesn't bubble. That's unfortunate. Alright. A football field on an ocean planet. We arrive and play football. We have teams, spectators, and judges. Yesterday we played with China with a score of 5-3. China won. Oh, that sounds wild. Building a football field on an ocean planet. That sounds awesome. I haven't seen anybody else do anything like that in No Man's Sky. Let's check the composter. Maybe a little bit larger. That merges. Let's get another one. Okay, that didn't quite cover the distance. Let's make it a little bit larger. Copy that. Flip it over. A little bit more. That's about as close as we're going to get, I think. Alright, the Godfather. It's late over here. Gonna sleep now. Leaving the stream on. It was great to hang with you all. Thanks for streaming, Dash. Some really creative things you have going on there. I appreciate that, the Godfather. Have a good night, and I'm glad you enjoy the show. Alright. Alright, that's a better look. I like the way that merges in with the vintage taps. And I've got it spaced pretty decently over the whole thing. And that's like, you know, the part that you would normally be buried in the wall. This would be all of the tubes that go to the taps. So yeah, I like that. That's a nice clean merge right there. So does it need anything else? Let's see here. Thanks, Joyroth. I appreciate that. Okay, what am I looking for? Sometimes I know I'm looking for a particular object, but translating what's in my head to what I need doesn't always go well at first. Gotta have myself a little drink, pardon me. Ah, that's better. All this talking. All right. Where was I going with that? what's over here? Well, over here we'll make like a coffee espresso machine kind of thing. You should, Joyroth. You should totally add devilish touches. Maybe not Delta. I don't know. Alright. Let's do... Let's actually use this over here. Sort of, I like how this just kind of vibes like an espresso machine. The nozzle to hang over the edge, like it's dispensing something that the bartender's gonna catch in a mug. But then that's not enough. It really needs to look like it compresses and steams. Let's see, what's a good steaming object? Alright. Oh. Industrial pump, that's kind of huge. Let's see how small I can shrink that down. I can do that. Definitely do that. Check that out. Okay, now let's see if we can get maybe a series of these in here. See if they merge in there or not. Merges fine with the little pump, but not with... what if I do that? Oh no, that merges in pretty well. Let's see if we can get this to align with the other one. That in there. And then on this side, let's do a... Alright, we're gonna do a pocket reality generator, is that what that's called? I think that's what that's called. But first, I need this part, because we're going to do a little resized glitch. Do this. Down. That might be too small. Let's try this size. And yeah, pocket reality generator. Alright, Delta, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it greatly. And if you're here, please do a like and subscribe if you like my content. I've got lots of stuff planned for the future. Alright, so I'm going to size down this pocket reality generator. Copy that small wire. Drop this. Let's drop this one right here. See how much we can squeeze that in before it flips over. There we go. See how that looks. Oh, nice. Nice, I think that's pretty cool. And then, let's see, what else do we do from here? I want an object that sits in the front of it. A little boxy kind of thing. Let's see how this new part goes. Let's see if we can get that wedge in there. See what that looks like. Not bad, but I wanted to go lower to see if it'll fit underneath. No. It will not go underneath. Alright, that hitbox does not work on when that object is on its side. How about one of these? Let's see what this data center looks like. Now, I can already tell it's not hitting in the right place. It might be because of that pocket reality generator. So I might actually need to lose that. That's unfortunate. I liked that blue, so I'll need to put some kind of light back underneath there because I want that light. Let's do a... What is that object that my brain can't remember because I'm being distracted by my cat? Let's see if we can shrink this down. Shove that in there. To wedge in a little bit bigger to cover up most of that skull. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's the ticket. Let's see what colors we can make this. want to get that sort of bronzy look to kind of go with everything else. Kind of hard to see. Let's turn my light on. Oh yeah, that's not bad. That matches fairly closely. It's got all the right colors. I think that works. Alright, so giant espresso type machine or something like that. Maybe there's coffee and then like coffee liquor and then something else. I don't know. Okay. I kind of like that. I might mess around with the lighting a little. I like the blue glow from the skull. That's why I stuck it in there. Turn off my light real quick. Yeah, that has a pretty cool vibe. And so, you know, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about stuff like what colors are reflecting on those objects right there and what colors are over here and how does that balance out with this image. And so those are more of the ways that I think about these kinds of things. But yeah, so I think that's where we might end it for today. I appreciate everyone coming by, saying hello, dropping a like, and just hanging out. So y'all have a great day or evening, whichever that is for you, and I will catch up with you next Tuesday. Not sure what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of ideas, but I might, if I don't come back here and work on the bar, might work on a new warp core for one of my freighters. So we might do something like that. So, like I said, everyone have a great evening, or day, or morning, and I appreciate you coming by, and we'll catch you next time. Bye now.